G'day everyone, Jared Gray from Dickens Real Estate here, and yes, it's that time of year again where I get to update you on all that's been happening in real estate and our local scene during 2018. Firstly, real estate. What is happening? Well, it's again been a huge year locally with a serious amount of sales, seeing a continuation of the stellar years of 2015, 16 and 2017. Now, a big influence that filters through to our area is of course what's happening in the capital cities, and you would have had to have been sleeping in a hollow log not to have heard the media reports of Melbourne and Sydney coming well off their previous highs, with their markets cooling significantly during this year. However, locally at this stage, we haven't witnessed any change in prices, and to be honest, I don't see prices altering significantly over the next 12 months. Currently, our stock levels remain incredibly low, although we have seen buyers starting to show a little more caution in their decision making. My thoughts for 2019 are we're going to see our stock levels start to build. Traditionally, when the capital cities start to slow down, we see the time on market start to change, but not necessarily the prices that our local properties sell for. So what about old faces leaving and new faces arriving in the business scene? If we start at the top of Island Street, right beside the old post office, you will find Kelly Shepherd and Craig Thorpe's outlet of amazing creations called Goats and Lions Art. Every item you see there is a one-of-a-kind original artwork collaboratively hand-created by Kelly and Craig. They also have other local artists' work as well on display with a focus on the lost trades. This year also, What You Eat changed hands when Tim and Emily sold to new owners, John and Emily. What You Eat is a vegetarian and vegan heaven. But guess what? You don't have to be a vegan or veggie to enjoy their awesome meals and treats. Make sure you do your body a favour and drop in, refuel yourself here at this fabulous eatery soon. After more than 15 years in business, Rebecca and Nigel Earl retired from baking this year when they sold their Edelweiss and Bright bakeries to Tom and Marty from the Beechworth Bakery. Both stores have now been rebranded to align with their very famous Beechworth Bakery brand. Grape and Grain finished up after more than a decade of drinks, food and laughter. Glenn and Lyndall Page have been wonderful members of our community scene, and we wish them all the best in their new venture as full-time snow bunnies. And now we welcome the new owners, Anne and Mark Walker, who have reopened as Chockers, and this is where you'll find them specialising in handcrafted pan chocolates. Just further on from Chockers is Burgerville, and this also changed hands this year when Tim and Lily sold their business to Matt and Jacinta Fullerton. Now, you may know these guys who started and help run each week the Bright Park Run. Well, once you've burnt some calories with them, you can now drop into their store and see them for their newly revamped menu and extended range of craft beers. Where Janine had Sweet Crumbs located will become the new home of The Chicken Shop. Susan Plath and Kevin Lamont are going to bring us charcoal chicken along with some North American inspired food. On the corner of Riverside Walk, where Raz on Riverside used to be, is the very new Cloud9 Escape Rooms. Brought to you by the team behind Cloud9 Cinema, Matt and Shannon Price, they will have themed escape rooms as well as a VR room, and this will be the next cool thing to do when you're wanting to entertain yourselves or the kids. Also in Gavin Street, where Simone's restaurant was located, we now have Elm Dining, which is owned and operated by David and Natalie Featherston. Elm Dining captures warm country hospitality at its absolute best. They're in that beautiful Victorian cottage that was built way back in 1857, and I can tell you that Elm is fastly becoming renowned for its charming and relaxed ambience with its contemporary Australian fine dine cuisine. From there, hang a right and head down Barnard Street to find Katsu. Now, after renovations this year and an expansion in their floor space, Katsu is the spot to go for all your authentic Japanese dining, and I can tell you the food is absolutely amazing. And they are licensed and open daily for lunch and dinner. Just further along in Barnard Street, where the Enchanted Forest used to be, is now Mr. Pom Juice and Sanger Bar. The Busy Beaver team of Tom Buckley and Jamila Cudmore, who bought us Dr. Mauves, have also opened this great little outlet where you'll find fresh sandwiches, salads, wraps and of course, amazing freshly squeezed juices. Around in Will Street, many of you will know Shimla, a restaurant that was created and ran by Caesar and Prue. Well, that building has been purchased by Julian and Emma and is to be the new home during 2019 of the Woolly Fig. This is to be a small batch microbrewery where everything will be brewed on site, and they'll offer sophisticated bar food in a casual atmosphere, so keep your eye out for when it opens its doors. Now, something completely brand new in Harrietville is the Trono Shed Gallery. This is where you'll find resident artisan sculptor Steve Brown and his brand Made in the Country. Steve works with steel, wood, rock, water, you name it, it's in his creations and they are really interesting. And he's open most days. There is also a couple of home-based businesses that you may be in need of when you're next visiting town, or of course, if you're already living here. Okay, first I wanted to give a big backslap to 8 Past 5 Upholstery. They've been going strong for 5 years, and this year, to mark that 5th anniversary, they wanted to give something back to our local community that has supported them since day one. Now, they did this by way of a free concert they put on back in February in Howard Park. Way to go, Ben and Alyssa, that was such a nice way for you to say thank you. Now, Joanne Brain is the Alpine Concierge. When you are holidaying up here but don't have the room to bring everything up in your car or the headspace to organise it, talk to Jo. She can have anything sorted out for you to make your holidays as stress-free as possible. Now, whether that is food, perhaps it's some wine or a porta cot just delivered to your motel room, whatever you need, just let her know. Lime Wedge Platters is Anna Kelly. If you're catching up with friends, you're holding a meeting, or perhaps you just want some food prepared and delivered to your doorstep for your next gathering, jump on Facebook and look up Lime Wedge Platters. Another business you should all know about for your next visit to town is a Taste of Wine Tours. This is operated by Bill Andrews and is a bespoke wine and food tours for small groups of 2 to 7 people. Bill will tailor a tour to your liking depending on what you're after, and has a really long association in the wine industry, so he will be able to educate you along your trip. Now, what about us? Well, as usual, we've been really busy. This year, we helped out again with our annual Brighter Days Festival, held here in town on the March long weekend. This is where we see the foundation put on a weekend full of free music, Harleys galore, and the odd classic car and rod, all for our enjoyment. These guys have raised a serious amount of money for children's charities SUDS and EB. And if you'd like to know more about next year's event or make a donation, just jump on to brighterdays.org.au. Also this year, we've been supporting the 4 Kids and Carers Foundation in loving memory of past local Aura Holt, who was taken from her family way too soon, leaving her 4 children to be cared for by their grandparents in a 2-bedroom home. After her tragic death, the foundation, through the donations of more than 250 people and businesses, built them a brand new home in Wangaratta. Now, we're also supporting the Orange Card movement. This is all about calling out disrespect to women. A safer Victoria starts with respect, and make sure if you see someone disrespecting somebody else, you call them out with an orange card. And to find out more about the hashtag Orange Card movement, jump on respectvictoria.vic.gov.au. Thanks everybody for watching our 2018 end of year wrap up video. I hope that you have a fabulous Christmas and a super 2019. And of course, we're in the real estate business. So if you'd like to know more about purchasing some real estate or selling your most valuable asset, come to the market leaders, the people with the most experience, Dickens Real Estate. You'll find us at 20 Island Street or give us a call on 5755 1307.